Is it about planning, or is it about being all the time spontaneous? I think the answer lies somewhere in the balance, in the proper balance of these two. So it's not about just because I said there is no security, there is no guarantee of us waking up or not, doesn't mean that you should just like hang around, do nothing. But at the same time, it also means stop making too concrete plans and ideas how your life is supposed to look like. Sometimes that spontaneous things is what is adding the salt, that is adding the spices. I think it is the balance, a personal balance you need to, or people need to find for themselves about. I am determined, I commit to something where I roughly, let's say, I give my life a direction. Let's put it like this. You give a direction, but what appears along the way, walking towards the direction, this is you're open to. It's not that you like freely float around in all directions, no. You are committed, you have a goal, that one is fine. But along this way, there is still something about spontaneity, there's still something about being able to adapt, being flexible, and also to sometimes immerse yourself into something that inside of your plan just wasn't there at the point of planning. It is the amount of time and dedication you put into the realization of what you want. And in order to do this, you need structure. And having the structure set up already, then you need the discipline to keep it. Because having the structure on the plan is the one thing, then trying to put it into real life will mean you start it, and then the forces come. All type of forces come trying to prevent you from walking that path flawlessly. And this is why you need the discipline. Our time on this earth is finite. Let's respect. Let's give the necessary respect to the people you are spending your time with. And one way of is expressing this is by being present. Yeah? Because elsewise the question is just, why would you spend anywhere where you are walking if you don't really want to be there? If you think it's a waste of time to be somewhere, this is why you're drifting off. Why are you there in the first place then? Okay? So this idea of what is called as be in the here and now, be in the present moment, what does it actually express? It expresses alignment. And that's what very often I think is maybe missing. Alignment. Inside of yourself, you think about something, what you really want. You think about what you really want, but your words say something differently. And your actions are also, again, a complete other area. So you think this, you say that, and you do this. 3 areas. Where should the universe? How should the power of the universe know what you want if you, for yourself, are already separated into 3 beings? But if what you carry in your heart, carry in your mind, speak out and act upon it, if all these 3 things are together, it's super easy for the universe, or however you call, to understand this is what he or she really wants. Here it is. Because there's no doubt about it. Because it's pure. Because it's direct. Because it's no disturbance, no interference. It's clear. This is where I think this power comes from. And this clarity of body, mind, thought, word, action, this you can only observe about yourself in the present moment. And this is why I think it matters in a way. If you want to be able in the best, let's say, in the best, if there is some influence you have upon your life consciously, then I think the best timing to do the adjustments is now. It's the present moment. If there's something to adjust about yourself. to take your life into your hands, let's say. It can only happen now. We humans are habitual beings, meaning what you do often, this you become. So if you want to cultivate something, let's just call it healthy right now. If you want to cultivate a more healthy lifestyle, that just means you need to do more healthy things on a regular basis. If you want to get rid of the habit of looking at the phone and the screen, what does it mean? You have to reduce that type of habit. How to do it? Minimize the amount of doing exactly that. So this is like the idea. You minimize of what you actually don't want to have in your lifetime. And you start to increase what you would like to, let's say, in that case, replace it with. So now, sometimes people can't do it by themselves. What to do? This is why we have organizations or retreat centers, or things like this, workshops, seminars. These are always places where you get that support sometimes if you can't do it by yourself. I think there should be nothing inside a human's mind that is able to drive you if you don't consciously want it. Doesn't matter what it is. No matter what type of drive it is, no matter if it is an addiction, no matter what, if it's your partner even. To be driven by something simply means the life is not in your hands in that moment. But in order to be able to get the full potential out from you, it should be in your hands. That's the whole point about it. The whole point about why training, why disciplining, is in order to get the full power and potential into your own hands. So you are the one who consciously actually wants to build your life. I don't want to outsource it. And therefore, I also don't want that my life is being driven by anything else except by my conscious decision. So, therefore, is it a weakness? When you are being driven by it, I would consider it like this. But why is it there in the first place? Well, maybe to exactly display to you where your limitation is right now. What are the areas for you with the highest possibility for breakthrough? Who is the master? The one that is able to orchestrate and build up the life you really want to have, not for somebody else. So it's like, who is the master? It is the one who is hidden inside of everyone and each one. It's the best version that you can bring out about yourself. If you don't cultivate it, the master will not come out from you. It is you yourself who needs to do the work. You do the work with the right methods, and that master will come out. You are going to be your own master. You don't need to live the life for anybody else. Live it to the fullest possibilities of what you are capable of. And this is what I just expressed as, that's what I call self-mastery.